let's go visit a gun shop. But before I walk in there with the camera, I'm gonna give them a call. So let me call the gun shop. Remind me your name one more time. I'm so sorry. Jim Tyler. So thank you so much for letting me come and meet you and see the shop. And yeah, this is really cool. So yeah, we were just talking about this is not your average gun shop. So how would you describe this here? I mean, I see a lot of Barrettas. So
we've kind of specialized. We're known for Barreta shotguns. And because the owner Rich specialized with them and trained with them over the years, we just have a reputation for those. But we work on and represent quite a few of the Italian shotgun makers, and then Blauser, which is a German manufacturer.
Okay, wow. Yeah. So I'm looking. I see a lot of just beautifully handcrafted guns. They're like works of art. And then another thing that caught my attention was you've got the stocks over there. So it looks like you're custom making stocks right out of the blanks.
We do offer custom fitted stocks too. So somebody can come in, and we offer it for Barreta, which is what most of these blanks are for. Zoli, Antonio Zoli, Perazzi. So somebody can come in, and if they're outside of what is going to fit them off of the shelf, because they make guns for the 5'10", 180 pound man average, and as we can see, I'm on the shorter side, you're on the taller side. To tweak that, if somebody wants something to fit them, we can offer them a custom stock.
Wow, that sounds like quite the process.
Right to their dimensions. It starts with sort of like what we were doing here. Somebody was bringing in their gun and somebody doing the fittings. But we'll actually have a tri-gun, which is adjustable in every which dimension, and we can fit that to them. A lot of times we'll have them shoot it, make sure, and then we take all of the measurements from that and build them stock. They can choose their blank, and we make their stock.
So it's all shotguns?
All shotguns. That's all we work on is just shotguns.
Awesome. Very cool. And so what kind of goes into like gunsmithing, right? Like someone just brought in something for you to work on. What's your kind of your average, what do people really need? Something that's not functioning right, or they just want to kind of get a tune-up, or?
Most of what we end up by doing is clean and service. Somebody will bring it in and say, I've been shooting this for 20 years, and it may be something's wrong. It's not firing one barrel, it's not switching from one barrel. So we'll look at it, we'll take it and evaluate and say, okay, barrels are just flopping open. So you need to have your barrels tightened up, and we'll go through the whole gun for you. And we literally take it completely apart, clean everything out, replace any parts that we need to, and then test fire, and then the customer can go off with virtually a new gun mechanically.
Awesome. Wow. I'd love to see your workshop if you don't mind. That would be awesome.
Pardon the mask.
Wow, look at this.
But yeah,
man, these
are jobs that are in process.
This is one of the most organized shops I've ever seen.
These are jobs. This one here is actually in here for complete cleaning service. He's got 2 barrels on there. It's an older gun. It's probably early 80s. That needs to be completely rebuilt.
Wow.
Another service that we offer is we have our own adjustable comb hardware, which is what I'm doing in here. I will inlet this section in here and that in here, so it gives the customer, we can raise it up and down, side to side, or it can tilt in various ways, so we can adjust it so that it fits their face. This is a way of having a custom fitted stock without having to build a complete custom stock.
Right.
You can adjust
and it's adjustable. One day you might feel a little bit of it. Would depend on what you're doing, right? Maybe?
Depending. Ideally you want to set it and leave it, because if you're moving around, you're never going to be consistent.
That's true. That makes sense. Yeah. I love the flag up there. Come and take it. That's what the can.
Yeah, that is a gift from Rich from our Texas shop.
Nice. Oh yeah, totally Texas. Way to go. Awesome.
This is my bench here.
Wow. And you've said you've been working here for 23 years, right?
Yeah, it'll be 23 years shortly. Yeah.
That's incredible.
I started out answering phones and pulling parts and sending out parts orders, and little by little have come to working on just about anything.
Yeah, you were the man. You run this shop.
I help out.
Yeah. I think you do more than that. I can tell. That's great. Wow.
Yeah, we're a pretty good team. Everybody plays a role and operates.
Yeah. So what are some of the most common tools that you use? And I mean, I see that there's a lot of it looks like it's very fine work.
Gunsmithing is one of those things where you're going to use everything from wrenches, but screwdrivers, files, are really your top things. The things that I use all the time. Punches, files, and screwdrivers is going to be the three things that I reach for on almost 100% of the jobs.
Are you working on guns that maybe like aren't a Barreta? Someone bring they have their own shotgun and they bring that in here. Are you kind of mainly focused on?
We service. We'll work on Parazzis, Zoli's, Barreta, Birazini.
Okay.
So we work on just about everything.
All Italian?
All Italian. We specialize in Italian shotguns. So
wow.
Just about everything that we sell, we will work on.
Okay.
If depending on what the gun is, like Brownings, we don't sell them here in the shop.
Right.
But they're so common that we're able to get parts easily for them, and we can work on them as well.
Parts is another. Yeah. Wow. And I saw the picture up there of the valley with the mountains behind it, and it sounds like that whole town is kind of more or less employed by Barreta, right?
They're all virtually all that whole town. What you can see, and if they don't make guns, they make parts for guns, and that's Brescia.
Brescia, okay.
Brescia, Brescia.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been making arms and everything there for a long time.
Yeah, because it's probably been over 100 years or something like that.
Barreta has been in business for coming up on 500 years.
500 years?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, I believe it's the oldest company in the world.
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Think of that, the oldest company in the world.
Yeah.
Making shotguns.
They make
everything, right? Yeah.
They make everything you can think of, but Yep.
You think they started out with like muskets and stuff, kind of things?
They
must have, right?
I think they started with making barrels for flintlocks.
Okay. Wow.
Back then.
Wow. Yeah. Classic. That is so cool. That's So I mean, so there's one of these. There's a Cole down in Florida, and in Texas.
In Naples, Florida, we have a shop there, fully gunsmithing and everything down there. And then we have another one at the National Shooting Center in San Antonio.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's also, they do gunsmithing there as well.
What was the first one?
The shop.
Oh, it is? Okay, so that explains the storyline behind it. Wow.
Founded here in Maine and is branched out.
Wow, that's so cool. Have you been and checked out the other shops? Have you taken a?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Usually once a year, I'll go once or twice a year. I'll travel to the different locations.
Okay. Perfect.
And work down there.
Awesome. Very nice. And I mean, this really suits. I think that's something that everybody loves about Maine, is that kind of like it's that romantic work with your hands. Whether you're a fisherman or you're handcrafting things out of wood or you're making.
There's a lot of it here in Maine.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it's these fine guns, these fine shotguns really go with the feel of Maine.
It's an unusual trade.
Yeah. Are you born and raised in Maine, or?
I am.
Okay, great. Here in Harpswell?
No, I originally came from Lewiston.
Okay.
I've lived here in Harpswell for about 10 years now.
Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
nice
gorgeous.
And quiet. It's great.
Yeah.
Still close to everything, So.
Yeah, that's so cool. Awesome. Yeah, and Maine's kind of an interesting state because it's kind of, it's got 2 congressional districts or an electoral voting district. I'm not sure how to define that right. So it's like only Nebraska and Maine have that kind of split, and I think Maine's been doing it since the 70s, I believe.
I believe so.
I think they were the first one, and then Nebraska split in the 90s, I think. So, but it's kind of interesting, especially now more than ever. You kind of see like southern Maine and Portland kind of has their political view, and northern Maine.
The larger population is definitely in the Portland and south. Cumberland and York County is where the majority of the population is. And then you have northern Maine. Do
you think that Maine's a pretty liberal state when it comes to gun laws, right? I mean, they're kind of pro Second Amendment and things like that. Do you ever have a concern that some of that might change with you know, I don't know, the dynamics of people's political viewpoints are changing a little bit in Maine as the population of Portland increases. Do you think there's like a, you know, because states make laws that kind of say, okay, well, your 30-round magazine isn't legal here anymore, or do you ever feel like that could be something that happens here in Maine, or do you think that they'll kind of hold on to their roots?
I know that we're going with a 3-day waiting period, which is, I think, going to be coming into effect here sometime this summer. It's bound to change at some point. I think that nationally things are changing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we go with it. We gotta
follow the laws. Yeah,
definitely. This is a business where you really have to.
For sure. Oh, of course, definitely. Yeah. And but yeah, your come and take it kind of thing inspired me. It's like I mean, I think that's kind of a stance. It's a
little tongue in cheek.
Well, for sure. Yeah, but you know, I mean, I very much appreciate our Second Amendment as much as I do our First Amendment and the rest of our Constitution. I think it's great. So I'm always hoping that it's like
there's always going to be difference of opinion, and we've got to find what's, you know, someplace in the middle.
Yeah, well, I think that's what makes the United States so great, right? I mean, it's like we all have, and it also makes it difficult sometimes where everyone's arguing and polarized, but it also is like, it's really nice to, you know, one of the things I like to do is I travel, just meet all these people from different places, different backgrounds, different viewpoints.
Right.
And so, you know, it's just, makes the world a beautiful place.
It makes it very interesting.
Yeah.
It would be very boring if it wasn't like that.
Right, totally. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to show me the shop.
Absolutely.
And it's just, it's an incredible experience. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you guys a shout out on do you guys have an X page? Okay, that was cool. That was a beautiful gun shop. I am just super impressed with the quality of the craftsmanship. I mean, those shotguns are works of art. And Jim is obviously an artist. I mean, he's a craftsman. He's been doing that for 23 years. Just so cool to, you know, I mean, that's the thing about the world. There's a story everywhere. So, all right, onward. We're going to go to my friend Seth's house. He's got quite an interesting story too. He restores old Volvos. So he's got a yard full of Volvos. So let's go visit Seth. Here we are. So, but yeah, you're working on Volvos.
So this is an 89 780 Bertone.
Nice.
And it has the famous red block.
Oh.
Which means it has a turbocharger. It has I think it's 191 horsepower.
Wow.
Yep, very cool car. The one beside us here is going too. So we're going to take all 4 cars to a mystery location.
Okay.
But you just put the battery in, and it says in the fine print that it just fires up. This is an 80. Hold on, watch this. Test course. This is an 82.
Nice.
This was built in
2 years older than me.
Built in December of 82.
No way.
Now watch this.
Come on, baby.
The battery don't sound great, does it?
No.
It says in the fine print.
Yeah.
I need a battery. I need a.
There we go.
I have the battery charger, but it's the length of the cord.
I have an extension cord.
You do?
I do.
How long?
100 feet.
Shit, break that thing. You break that cord out, man. I'm gonna go.
Look at that. I'm useful.
I call that a delay of game. These smart chargers now are pretty amazing. Watch this. One of these, and I gotta charge it. So I'm gonna put 30 on. Okay. So,
which one is your favorite?
ooh.
It's a hard question, right? It's like choosing your favorite kid.
I have one in the basement. I have a 72 164E.
Oh, no way.
It came from Las Vegas, where her nickname is Nevada.
Oh, I like it.
And I redid the interior. I had it detailed earlier. I had it detailed in March, and I drove it back with almost no brakes. This is a nice one. This is a 5-speed leather interior 240. This has 250,000 miles on it.
Wow.
This is probably the nicest one in the collection, and the 780 is also. They're all kind of nice, but
they're all nice.
Now listen to this baby. That was the worst battery that we've had. So I'm got a, what is it? I'm a 0 for 2 here.
Tell me about you. We were talking about like some of your economic. You like the Economic Ninja.
So basically, you've got the Adam Taggart at he used to run Wealthy On, which is still on YouTube. Useful money.
Useful money. There we go.
Anyway, this guy, investment people, the hedge funds, the economists, I mean, he gets people with clear understanding of where we're headed. And they have the charts and the historical data to explain this tornado that's coming. If you could pick the ones to short and move your money out of the market and be ready for the short,
yeah.
Bet on them. Bet on the ones that lose the most. You can make a killing.
Oh. I have no idea. I know nothing about cars.
Really?
Nope.
You know what's causing the problem?
The fuel. The spark plugs.
I gotta clear the cobwebs.
Oh, yeah.
We might have a family of mice.
Uh-oh. In the exhaust? Hopefully they get out of there.
Oh no, they're fucking cooked now. We're gonna have a barbecue.
Oh. Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to let that one sit.
Right. Here we go. So we're following Seth now. He's in his Volvo. Gonna go drop that off. Then we're gonna come back, grab another Volvo. So it'll be fun when we get Seth in the car. We're gonna show Seth what 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds looks like. We almost had some tires fall off here.
Let's just check them. Well, there's only 2 on here.
Yeah.
That's not the best discovery of the day.
2's better than 1. Give you a little boost here, power. Ready?